Hi, thanks for watching today, Thursday, June 25th. The Dixie Chicks have changed their name from Billboard. The Dixie Chicks are now called the Chicks, according to their social media accounts. An official press release for their new video/song, March March. While the group is yet to make a public statement, their Twitter handle is now at the Chicks, and their cover photo featuring upcoming album Gaslighter has been changed accordingly. The band's name change comes amid the ongoing Black Lives Matter movement. Dixie is a nostalgic nickname for the South, and the band has faced pressure in recent days to drop the word. So, we don't know the exact motivation for changing the name of the band. Is this to get more publicity, perhaps? Have they realized that this word doesn't fit them now? Perhaps. We can't read minds. So all we know is that a very successful band has changed their name and they're now going to get a lot of publicity for it. This also comes on the heel of Lady Antebellum changing their name to Lady A. And the story I did yesterday about David Lee Roth changing his name to L. Roth. But we don't know where this is going to go. Dixie is a nickname for the South. But what if the South becomes problematic? Will we be deleting any references to the South? Can there be Southern Pacific Railroad because it contains Southern in it? And, you know, that's where slavery was, and we can't have that on a railroad name. You may think that I'm just saying a slippery slope argument, that I might be exaggerating this. I don't know where this is going to go. If a year ago you had said, Tom, in your city of Portland, they're going to tear down George Washington and Thomas Jefferson statues, I would think, that's crazy. That'll never happen. But it's happened. But we don't know where this is going to go. Anyone is allowed to change the name of their band if they want to. I don't think anyone should be pressured to do so. Orlando Pride withdrew from NWSL Tourney in Utah after COVID-19 positives from the Salt Lake Tribune. The Orlando Pride have withdrawn from the upcoming National Women's Soccer League tournament after 6 players and 4 staff members tested positive for COVID-19. The NWSL is the first professional team sport scheduled to return amid the coronavirus pandemic. The month-long Challenge Cup tournament is set to start Saturday in Harriman. The league released a revised tournament schedule on Monday. Players are allowed to opt out of the tournament if they have health concerns while still receiving their salaries for the season and insurance. The tournament starts Saturday and continues until the championship on July 26th. Now, I'm going to be a homer and root for the Portland Thorns. I'm glad to see that live sports are returning. I don't know. It's crazy. Julian Assange conspired with anonymous affiliated hackers? Prosecutors outline new allegations against WikiLeaks founder, saying he recruited hackers to obtain government secrets. This is from Al Jazeera. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange sought to recruit hackers at conferences in Europe and Asia and conspired with members of hacking groups, including LulzSec and Anonymous, to obtain government secrets, the United States Justice Department has said. The new allegations against Assange were outlined in an updated indictment on Wednesday. The superseding indictment does not contain additional charges beyond the 18 counts the Justice Department unsealed last year, but prosecutors said it underscored Assange's efforts to procure and release classified information, allegations that form the basis of the criminal charges he already faces. The 48-year-old Assange was arrested last year after being evicted from the Ecuadorian embassy in London. Assange is at the center of a continuing extradition tussle over whether he should be sent to the U.S. WikiLeaks responded to this latest indictment on Twitter, stating, "The star witness of the new superseding indictment is a diagnosed sociopath / convicted con man / child abuser / FBI informant who was found guilty in Iceland of impersonating Assange. Now I'm going to have to come down on the side of WikiLeaks on this one. The treatment of Assange is shameful, and it is shocking that the media is not doing anything to back him up, even though the treatment of Assange totally affects all journalism. But what we know is that the mainstream media is not journalism. MSNBC expected to tap Joy Reid to anchor daily news and opinion program. Current host of AM Joy would fill 7 p.m. time slot vacated by Chris Matthews. This is from the Wall Street Journal. Ms. Reid currently hosts a weekend morning program called AM Joy. In her new role, she would serve as the lead-in to MSNBC's Rachel Maddow. Mr. Matthews, the longtime anchor of Hardball, left amid accusations that he had a history of making inappropriate remarks toward female guests, as well as criticism of his coverage of Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign. In his last on-air remarks, Mr. Matthews acknowledged making inappropriate remarks and said, "It was time to let a younger generation take the reins." In 2018, Ms. Reid came under fire for personal blog posts from the mid to late 2000s that expressed anti-gay views. She questioned the authenticity of these posts after critics surfaced them, saying, quote, "I genuinely do not believe I wrote those hateful things." However, she did acknowledge inappropriate and hurtful tweets that had angered the LGBT community and apologized, saying her views have evolved over the years. So this is incredible because Chris Matthews had to leave for inappropriateness, but Joy Reid has totally skated by on her very, very anti-gay comments. And she doubled down on it when it happened. If you're unfamiliar, she had a blog years ago, and she wrote terribly homophobic things in this blog. Not only did she write it in her blog, but then she tweeted links to her blog, tweeted links to those articles, and had several tweets that were also very homophobic. And when she was questioned about this, she said that she must have been hacked. It must have been those Russian hackers that hacked her blog and put in all that homophobic stuff. She says, "I did some of it, but not all of it." And when they called her out on it, she said, "Well, I just don't remember. I just don't remember at all." And she stuck by her guns. And she survived. And now she's going to be primetime at MSNBC. Now, this is just an example that the media really doesn't care if someone says hateful comments. What they really care about is who says those hateful comments. Vienna to reward car-free travel with concert and museum tickets. This story is from The Local, an Austrian news site, and even though it's 5 months old, I think it's great news. If you take public transport, cycle, or walk in Vienna, you stand to gain more than fresh air and exercise, with the city unveiling an app on Monday to reward car-free travel and free concert and museum tickets. A total of 1,000 users will start a test of the smartphone app from February 26th. If the 6-month test is successful, the app is expected to be rolled out to the broader public in the autumn. The app works through a tracking system that recognizes the mode of transport used and calculates the CO2 savings in comparison to taking a car. Quote, "We want to reward CO2 reduction with a cultural experience," Vienna City Council member Peter Hankey told a press conference at the presentation of the new app, which allows users to collect culture tokens whenever they commute without cars. Users get 1 token as soon as they've saved 20 kilograms of CO2, which would be reached if an average resident within the city limits commuted without a car for 2 weeks, according to project leader Christina Hubin. The tokens can be exchanged for free tickets at 4 participating cultural institutions: the Vienna Museum of the city's history, an arts exhibition space, a theater, and a classical concert venue are taking part. Now, I like the incentives here. No one needs to participate if you don't want to participate, but you can, and you can earn credits to earn passes to go to something cool. I think that we would all agree that less cars on the road are better for everyone else, including people that are driving, right? To have less people there, you have less traffic, less pollution. And so if we can encourage people to find alternative modes of transportation, that's a good thing. And we can reward those people with passes to the museum or something fun. That's all I've got today. Please let me know your thoughts on any of these stories in the comment, and you can really help me grow this channel by sharing it with someone else. Have an awesome day. Peace.